I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Oh my goodness. It's Wednesday.
Yep. Last night after the show, I was doing the things, the uploading and all the rest. Mm-hmm. I fell asleep before the finished upload. It didn't. I was out.
You were tired.
I was tired, and I still haven't caught up yet.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. That being said, it's not the tiredness, but just so all you guys know, there will not be a second hour tonight. That is not because we're tired. It is because everything out there is about the same crap.
Yeah. You can only beat a dead horse for so long.
And you know what? I don't want to talk about it twice.
No.
Not on the same day, anyway.
No.
So we have some stories. I pulled some things that just weren't quite the same as everything else, and we're going to talk about those.
And do the best that we absolutely possibly can.
Right, and to do that, it was only an hour. So I apologize in advance. Only an hour tonight, but that's because literally there are no good stories.
And if you're a defender, you're the only ones that are upset about this.
Right.
Everybody else is like, what?
What are you
It's the
talking
second
about?
hour?
The second hour? What happened?
It's amazing.
When did that happen?
Second hour.
Yeah, we've only had a second hour for what?
Forever.
For at least a year now?
For a while.
A year and a half now? Now it's a year and a half, definitely.
A good long while.
Yeah.
Feels like an eternity almost.
Feels like the first time, though.
Feels like the very first.
You know, we can just keep going on and on about this. I realized this didn't happen.
Uh-oh. We messed up on Rumble.
Yeah, I messed up on the Rumbles. That's okay. It'll be up there in a second.
Even though 28 minutes ago we'd have Rumble sitting there saying it would
It would
from
be loaded.
Twitter.
Yeah. My fault. Sorry.
Yeah, we have lied to people.
Well, sort of, kind of.
That just falls in properly with what Grumpy said over here on Twitter. I keep getting these notifications and think, oh boy, it's time.
It's time.
Narrator. Surprise, bitch.
No. There it is. Anyway, stream's back up. There we go.
Now it's there.
Now it's there. My fault. At least it's only 3 minutes in. Sorry.
That's nice. So
Whoopsie
California
doodles.
law
Yeah.
threatens to unleash more supply chain misery and inflation on residents of the Golden State by forcing independent truckers out of the workplace.
I'm sorry, what? What'd you say?
They're going to. California Assembly Bill 5 was introduced by former state Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez, a Democrat,
Yeah.
and signed into law in September 2019 by Governor Gavin Newsom.
A Democrat.
Nuisance. AB 5 called for, quote, a person providing labor or services. In rumination shall be considered an employee rather than an independent contractor unless the hiring entity demonstrates that the person is free from the control and direction of the hiring entity in connection with the performances of work. The person performs work that is outside the usual course of hiring entity's business, and the person is customarily engaging in an independently established trade, occupation, or business, end quote.
Sorry. Well,
There's a lot of words there.
I got distracted.
You did?
Yeah, because that was all just a whole jumble up words.
Yeah, it was a lot of words.
Too many words.
Too many words.
Too many words.
Certain professions are exempt from AB 5, including insurance agents, healthcare professionals, investment advisors, real estates, realtors, barbers, and fishermen. However, truckers are not exempt.
So wait, I'm sorry. AB 5 is turning independent contractors as truckers into employees, which means they can't get all the tax benefits of being an independent trucker.
Right. I mean, he nailed it on the head.
Is that what we're talking about?
Hit the nail on the head.
All the benefits of being your own boss
is no longer.
You can't do that in California anymore.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly what we're saying.
All right. Now, the reason why I'm distracted was because Tech Roo. He said, furries have been blowing up a remnant of Civil War monuments, and you say there's no interesting news. I didn't see any major news site talking about this.
Yeah.
And I can't scour all the little minor ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have day jobs. We don't have time to scour
So
everything.
TechRoo,
So
if you have stories like that,
yeah, if you got something you need to
send
say,
them to us.
you got something you need to say it.
Say it, buddy. All you
step
got to do is send it. We will obviously talk about it.
Or at least look at it and go,
And-
hey, do we have time for this? And if we didn't, we could have added that to the list.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's too late now.
Well, yeah. Because now you've made a whole mess of things.
Anyway, AB5 targeted independent contractors who are app-based delivery and rideshare drivers. Ironically, companies like Uber, Lyft, and Postmates were exempt from AB5 after Proposition 22 was passed in November 2020.
So hold on. So
They wrote a law
if you're, they wrote a law,
specifically targeting
Uber, Lyft, Postmates,
app-based deliveries,
app-based delivery services.
only to have them exempted from it.
All the app-based delivery services are now exempt
Right.
from the app-based delivery service
Right.
AB5.
Right. Yeah.
It's already a useless law.
I agree. I totally agree. But now it's even more useless and actually arguably dangerous.
Right. Okay. Continue on. Sorry.
The trucking industry has been fighting for the law ever since it was put into effect and secured an injunction that prevented AB5 from including independent truckers in January 2020.
Good.
California Attorney General Xavier Becerra, called on the U.S. District Judge Roger Benitez to reverse the injunction.
What?
Right. Reverse it
Why?
because he's a douche.
But why?
Oh, you want their...
Yeah.
Quote, the district court also abuses discretion in assessing the remaining preliminary injunction factors, erroneously concluding that the plaintiffs established irreparable harm despite the fact that they waited over 19 months to seek injunctive relief and giving short shift to the state's interest in addressing misclassification of state employees. This court could reverse. That was according to Becerra. So there you go. January 28th, the U.S. Supreme Court declined to review the case of the California truckers battling against AB5.
Uh-huh.
Quote, this ruling really took everybody off guard, especially at the speed that they kicked this back and essentially made it law. That was Paul Brazier, vice president of the commercial transport of a transport company. Now the truckers must be employees of the trucking companies and not independent contractors in order to be able to work in California.
Which is stupid.
Well, it is on a series of levels because it doesn't just like take the freedom of being independent from the truckers.
Right.
It now puts a burden on the company
Yeah.
to hire because now
There's an additional burden.
right, because now suddenly they have to legally hire
All of these truckers.
all
to
of
do
these
their
truckers, which it would include now that, pay gets adjusted. Now there has to be benefits and that has to be
Yeah,
purchased.
there has to be a wage set up and all the rest of
right.
it.
It's not going to, it's going to be really bad.
Regulations, healthcare, all the rest of it, especially in there. Oh, you know what they can do though?
What's that?
So these truckers already have their own companies. They're independent contractors, right?
Right.
Right. They have their own companies.
They are their own company.
They are their own company. You know what they could do? They could hire themselves as an employee for their own company.
Yeah, they could.
I mean, technically,
They could.
this is a technical. This is a reach around. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very much a
This is way around the but technically, any independent contractor could set up a corp.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, you can incorporate your company, your independent contractor. You can incorporate and then hire yourself as an employee and pay yourself.
You could. You have to be a little careful about that though, because then you have to pay yourself. You have to document that you paid yourself.
Yeah, you have to document the pay.
Which is difficult.
Yeah,
Because,
and then you're going to be doing taxes twice.
right. On top of the fact that you will no longer be eligible for a lot of the write-offs.
Because the company
You won't be able to itemize. Well, the
You
company
won't.
could.
The company can, but you can't.
right.
As a person, you can't. But then you also have the whole benefit of having a whole litany of additional barriers against lawsuits.
Yeah, but who's gonna?
You're a trucker. You transport a whole lot of stuff. Just saying, it's a reach around. It's technically going to be an expensive reach around, but in the end, if you want to be your own independent contractor and you just want things to just kind of go basically the same way, you just change how you pay yourself.
Yeah,
That is a possibility.
it is.
It
I
is.
mean, it's a pain in the ass, but it's a possibility.
It is a pain in the ass, but it is a possibility.
Shouldn't have to do that.
you should-
That's the
you-
point. Is
Yeah, right. You shouldn't have to do this, especially if it's only just to deal with trucking in California.
right, because that's just asinine. However, it seems to be there seems to be a bit of confusion on how the law will be enforced. Narita Taylor, director of public relations for the Owner Operator Independent Drivers Association, informed Bloomberg, "quote We have never gotten any good answers from anyone or any one official in California on how it's supposed to be enforced or how our members are supposed to comply." If the law is enforced, California faces a possible mass exodus of the state's estimated 70,000 independent truckers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Port of Oakland was especially vulnerable if independent truckers are forced out of work.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah. So it is there.
It is there.
It is there. Just making sure, because people are saying it's not there.
Oh, that's it.
I'm going to do this real quick. Hold on.
Yay, technicalities.
Technicals. Going on. Yeah, we're there.
I see
It's
it.
live.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. I'm fine. Just making sure we're live. Okay.
Important things. That's all that matters. We're doing
We're
important.
live. It's there. We're there.
Yeah, I can see it. We're good. Everybody's saying we're not. We are.
We are there.
Check it out.
We are live.
There you go. Anyway,
We're there, Peekapoo.
so there you go.
Yeah.
California
there.
may be causing more issues
Oh, yeah?
for truckers and
Other things.
everything. Yeah, yeah, because like it's not like we don't have enough issues as it is going on.
Oh, yeah, with, the whole crisis at the coast and where they're having all the docks and where they can't get anything in and they can't get anything sent into America, and we're having so much of a transport issue. I mean, it's not like there's 70,000 independent truckers
It's not. It's not.
that would no longer be able to work inside of the state of California.
Yeah, that's true. But then it just shift everything to the other side, and or somewhere else.
Right.
Eyeball is itching.
That sucks.
Quote, there's 9,000 trucks that serve the port, and that would be the Port of Oakland, on a daily basis. And 90% of them are independent contractors. So this is a big, big impact.
Yeah, it would mean nothing gets moved.
Literally nothing.
Nothing would be moved. Truckers are independent. That's their job. That's their life. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Most truckers are not hired hourly employees.
So I don't know. I've got family who do trucking. Like, I know that they do trucking.
Yeah.
Like, they've been doing trucking since, I was a little kid. So it's kind of in the blood.
It's kind of in
as
the
it
blood.
were. Yeah. And just I don't know. Quote, it just doesn't work. You own your own truck. It's your truck. I can't take possession of it and start using it, he said. This would be Bill Abodi, owner of AB Trucking in Oakland. In the case like my company, we just eliminate owner-operators and just reduce the workload. Mm-hmm. Because they can't, again, like I said before, they can't afford to turn around and put people on. They just can't. Because some company, or most companies especially, or any company, you get over a certain number of people, you have to start offering benefits. You have to. It's
Right.
like
It's a thing.
it's literally a law.
You just got to do it.
Yeah. And you can't just kind of pull that necessarily out of thin air.
Right.
So there you go.
It's just kind of the thing.
Kevin McMaster, vice president of the carrier sales at Flock Freight
Flock Freight.
noted this would cause a ripple effect in the industry,
Really?
pushing many drivers who don't want to apply for their own authority to lease out of state, likely in Arizona or Nevada.
Right.
Even force some into retirement due to an increased market pressure.
Yes.
Because, why not?
Yeah. So they're going to have to move out of state.
Which we already kind of said.
They're going to be forced to move out of state.
California's just trying to kill itself, I think.
I think so. It's on a suicide run.
I think so. They're like, let's just die.
Let's just get it over with, And while we're at it, we're just going to screw everybody else in the country because this is where everything comes from China.
Because we can.
We get everything from China through the docks here, and that's a lot of stuff. So you guys can just kind of
just go and
shove off.
Fornicate with yourself.
Right.
In a very aggressive manner.
Well, maybe.
It'd be in a very aggressive manner.
Speaking of aggressive manners, the President Joe Biden has landed in Israel on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. That's the start of his Middle Eastern tour, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he started his Middle Eastern tour in Israel.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm. And the commander-in-chief started his trip by asking directions, then quickly corrected himself after committing an unfortunate gaffe while discussing the Holocaust.
He asked for directions.
Why would the president have to ask directions about anything?
You got me. I'm just saying he should just kind of be walking around and doing what he does, and that's it.
The president was greeted at the airport by Yair Lapid. That's the Israel's interim prime minister.
Okay.
Yeah. At the Ben Gurion airport alongside a handful of delegates.
Cool.
At one point, Biden asked the group, what am I doing now?
Why am I here again?
I'm sorry, what are we doing here?
I'm looking for ice cream.
What is going on?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Biden's request for guidance comes just weeks after he inadvertently showed the world his staff provides him with direction for tasks, such as walking into a room and sitting down at a table. In late June, Biden flashed a note card during a meeting with the union and private sector leaders that displayed a widely mocked cheat sheet.
I mean, when you hit a certain point in your life, you kind of need to have.
I'm sorry, when
a
it
cheat
says
sheet.
sit down.
Well, I could understand it too. Maybe he has a habit of wanting to talk to people. Like, you know what I mean? Like just run off at the mouth.
I don't think so.
Hey, dude, you need to shut up.
I don't think so. It's no. Anyway,
I do.
Contributing to his latest follies, Biden then stumbled during his opening remarks in Israel while reading the words of the words Yad Vashem,
Okay.
Israel's official memorial to the victims of the Holocaust.
Okay.
Yeah, shortly after he misspoke about the honor of the Holocaust before
Was it really?
before
Hold on.
correcting himself
Hold on. Was it really an accident?
to say the horror of the Holocaust.
Is it senility or is it a Freudian slip? That's the question.
He can't read. Honor and horror from far enough away look the same.
Again, is it senility or a Freudian slip? I'm just saying. I think there's more to it than that.
Well, he's not writing his own speeches,
I didn't say he was.
so
I'm just talking like a slip in general, just kind of like a. Hey.
it is definitely a slip. But I think it's more of a slip of him not being able to read.
It could be.
That happens. Biden's latest flub only adds to his self-admitted reputation that he is prone to social faux pas.
Oh, he's prone to something.
A lot of things. Well, you all remember.
Bless his retarded little heart.
And back in 2018, Biden told a press release, "I'm a gaffe machine." I'm glad I know exactly where your head is right now.
Gaff machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew exactly where your head was. He said, "I'm a
I
gaffe
love
machine.
it.
I'm just a gaffe machine.
I was just that one
And I
next.
don't want nobody but..." Anyway,
I was going to do that one next.
he said, "I am a gaffe machine, but my God, what a wonderful thing compared to a guy who can't tell the truth."
Right?
Talking about President Donald Trump at the time.
Yeah. Sure.
No, actually, I'll take Donald Trump over you any day.
Yeah, because here's the deal: is you can't give an actual example, a factual with evidence comparison of or situation where he lied,
You can say he stretched the truth a couple times.
embellished.
Always, because that's his personality.
Yeah,
But did he lie?
But what politician does not do that?
Yeah, but did he lie? No, not really.
Well, it depends on how you slice it. I mean,
Well, no.
if you are stickler about it and be like anything that's not the whole,
The absolute truth.
absolute truth, all whole
Right,
truth, and
yeah.
nothing but the truth, so help you God kind of thing, then
Okay, sure, but I'm saying
then he lied.
Right.
But no, like come
not
on.
really. No,
Come on, chameleon, you come and go.
you come and go.
Tech Room over on Twitter. Joe isn't senile. He's got Jill writing cue cards and programming the teleprompter for him.
That's very true.
Except for the fact that she's a doctor, so she has no idea what
She's doing.
she's not. Yeah, technology isn't necessarily her gig.
It's not her forte.
No,
It's definitely not her breakfast burrito.
no, it's not.
That's a reference to her latest gaffe.
Oh God, do I even want to know?
Oh, it's been huge. Like
I
all
haven't.
over-
I don't pay attention.
No, nothing. Yeah,
No.
she said she tried to compare like illegal immigrants and Mexicans and stuff like that, and she tried to use food as a reference, and so she was saying that they were, breakfast burritos or some other random crap, and it's been all in the news, dude. Like, yeah, it's so stupid.
They're fish tacos. That's just so stupid.
They're like breakfast burritos,
Like really?
No, yeah, she used
Breakfast burrito. That's your
they're like,
go-to,
yeah,
pumpkin?
breakfast burritos.
Okay.
It's where she asked.
Stupid.
Where she is.
Stupid.
Speaking of breakfast burritos, migrant women in detention centers might soon be given the option to get an abortion.
Okay.
Paid for by the federal government.
They can't.
Well, they're gonna,
But they can't.
but they're gonna.
But they can't.
In a memorandum from ICE, Acting Director Tay Johnston offered details regarding the new policy. He said, "This memorandum serves as a reminder of existing ICE policies and standards requiring that pregnant individuals detained in ICE immigration custody have access to full reproductive health." Abortion isn't part of reproductive health. Anyway,
Hold on. Go back again. Start there from the memorandum.
this memorandum serves as a reminder of existing ICE policies and standards requiring that pregnant individuals detained in ICE immigration custody have access to full reproductive health.
No.
He said, "This is also a reminder that pursuant to existing ICE policy, it may be necessary to transfer a detained pregnant individual within an area of responsibility to another area of responsibility when appropriating when appropriate and practicable in order to ensure access to said health care."
It's not health care. Abortion's not health care.
John Adams once said, "But a constitution of government once changed from freedom can never be restored. Liberty once lost is lost forever." Nearly 250 years after Adams famously wrote those words to his wife, have you been left wondering if liberty is indeed lost forever? Many people are feeling that way, and who can blame them when they hear things like,
History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen. However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
with talk like that, maybe liberty is dead.
And now's the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there.
Or is it? From the people behind the #1 critical thinking podcast in the world comes Reviving Liberty, a podcast experience unlike anything you've heard before. Join your host, Andrew Coppins, on a path towards rediscovering what liberty is and how we can apply it in today's age of darkness and tyranny. Get ready for a liberty mindset in your life. Andrew will be with you soon, taking the first steps on the path toward reviving liberty with you. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform and engage with the show by visiting revivingliberty.com and follow Andrew on social media at The Coppin Show.
This is Defenders Live.
James over there on the Twitter. So if we give the illegals abortions, that stops babies, that stops them from having anchor babies that are citizens. Did the Dems think this through? It'll be easier to deport them then.
Yeah.
Except for
I like your train of thought, and I'm kind of with you on that. It dawned on me for a minute too during the break, but I'm like, you know what?
a couple things. One, this is mainly for face. This is the show face.
Yeah, this is.
There's nothing else in there. And two, most illegals and also just regular immigrants, they don't get abortions like that.
No, actually, they don't.
They don't. They believe in having families. They believe in having big families. They believe in having a lot of kids. They don't do the abortion thing very often, or at least not as much as leftist Americans.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know, things and stuff.
Hold on.
What?
Just do this once.
What?
Nothing. You go.
What? If it's on the app, like, Peekapoo, if it's on the app, I'm sorry, dude. It's versus the app and the website. Oh, there he is. We're there. It's playing. It's live. He's got us.
I got it. It's rolling. I don't know. You might need to update your app or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. Excuse me.
All right, here you go, because he can't hear us. So
Excuse me.
Dylan was able to pull it up on the phone.
He's laughing at you maniacally from the back.
He is now laughing at you.
Oh, yeah. Because it's funner.
Anyway,
There you go.
so restart your app, dude.
Well, I mean, it could be it needs an update.
It could be you need an update. It could be you need to restart the app. It's like on the website, Barbara had to
Refresh it?
Yeah, she had to refresh for it to kick over.
Yeah. I mean,
Things happen.
The
you know.
interwebs is all wonky sometimes.
And also Rumbles is wonky.
It is. It
Rumbles
is.
is a bit wonky.
Sometimes it does get kind of.
It can be a little bogged down there. So it's whatever.
Sometimes it has a mind of its own.
Yes. It does.
It does.
It really does.
Chicago Mayor Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot insisted last week that her city's economy is booming.
Booming.
It's just
Stellar.
streets are just flowing with the monies. It's
Streets of gold.
literally, it's like the city of Chicago is cradled in the cornucopia, is what it is. There's everything that they need beyond the level of plenty.
Yep.
It's fantastic
In the land of plenty.
in the land of plenty. The land down under.
Right. Well, that's what they come from.
Yeah, she's saying that even though several multi-billion-dollar companies have left the region in the last few months.
Oh yeah, because that's what booming means.
It is. It does. Booming means see, you thought in my description we were referring to success.
Success.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was referring it from the angle of as an explosion.
Oh,
That's not a good one either.
Yeah,
like a
that's called
detonation of a incendiary device.
Okay.
Like
all right.
explosion as in it blows things away, pushes stuff away,
You
digs a crater.
Well, you might say it's instead of a boom, it's a bust.
It could be, but yeah.
You would say, if we're going to keep it in the financial terms, instead of a boom, it's a bust.
Boom
A boom.
instead of the boom.
It is now a bust.
Is the boost.
Right.
Quote, Chicago's economy is thriving and our business sector has set records, keeping us competitive with top global financial cities.
Those are lows, record lows.
Yeah,
That's not. It's not the same.
the teleprompter, spelled lows wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Lightfoot said in a press release announcing an economic development trip to London and Paris, where she looks forward to, quote, discussing Chicago's economic strengths, end quote, speaking at a financial technology conference, and, quote, learning new ideas to further develop our business community and economy, end quote. However, Citadel,
Uh-huh.
hedge fund
Yep.
with $51 billion in assets under management.
That's a lot of assets.
That's a lot. Announced last month that it was going to move to Miami, Florida.
What?
Yes, the company's founder, King Griffin, formerly the richest man in Illinois,
Okay.
had already relocated to Miami after telling the Wall Street Journal that Chicago's rising crime constitutes a, quote, really difficult backdrop with which to draw talent.
No. What?
Indeed, Chicago recorded 797 homicides in 2021, the highest in any American city.
How many days are there in a year?
365.
That's more than 2 a day.
Which I don't know how you can kill like 0.4 of a person, but whatever.
Still, you just kill one every couple days.
No, I got that, but it's the analogy when they say
Like 2.5 kids, you know?
Yeah, 2.5 kids. Show me the half kid.
Where's the
which
half?
Which half do you get?
Where's the half?
Do you get the top half or the bottom half? Or is it one of those where it's split down the side, so he only has one arm and one leg, and everything else is?
I can show you a half. He's now a world-renowned speaker.
He's not a half. He's not half.
He has no arms and no legs.
He's not half. That's not half. I'm sorry. That's not half.
It's mainly half.
No, not mainly.
He's got a half. He's got a head and a torso. That's all he's got.
Yeah, but that's not half. Half would be like above the belly button, or at least the belly button.
If you had arms, yes.
No. Yeah, from a normal person, yes. But he doesn't. He has no arms, you're right, but he has little feet, little flipper feet. He can walk,
Sort of.
air quotes,
Sort of.
allegedly. Briefly. I don't know how you want to, he can swim. Which I love that video everybody keeps putting around on Facebook where, because he has no arms.
Yeah.
So his little feet are kind of kicking and he's just doing whatever and they're playing Under the Sea from Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Wrong.
funny as hell, actually.
It's funny, but wrong.
No, it's funny as hell. Likewise, construction machinery maker Caterpillar and airplane manufacturer Boeing, respectively, announced moving to Irving, Texas, and Arlington, Virginia.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know which one's moving to Virginia, but I will tell you that
Boeing.
Is it
Boeing.
Boeing? I figured it might. They won't be there long.
No.
They're going to eventually move to probably Texas too, and only because of the fact that that's way too close to DC.
Well, that's why they're going there.
Well, I know, and they have,
Aerospace engineering and all the rest of it is
Well,
out in that area.
but they have they're going there because they have a lot of friends in
Yeah, they got friends in low
politics.
places.
Right, and they enjoy every minute of it.
Yes.
You jerks.
Right.
Yeah, jerk face. I know. The former company had sales and revenue of $51 billion last year and ranks 73 on the Fortune 500, while the latter had $62 billion in revenue and holds the rank of 60.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Quote, we believe it's in the best strategic interest of the company to make this move, which supports Caterpillar's strategy for profitable growth as we help our customers build a better and more sustainable world. That is according to Caterpillar CEO Jim Umpley.
So
Umpley.
Caterpillar says, we're moving to Irving, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it'll help us.
Because they're smart.
Yeah.
I mean, Irving's exploding out there.
Right.
It's like, holy cow. Y'all are making it. Wish we were going. Quote, we are pleased to bring together city and business leaders to represent Chicago's global interest in London and Paris. That according to Michael Fasnich, Chief Marketing Officer of Chicago.
Okay.
And added, quote, Chicago's competitiveness in the world is key to our strategy of driving growth, innovation, and a strong business sector. As such, the delegation joining us represents a varying interest of the city's business community, helpful in promoting Chicago and an investment-friendly city, as well as strengthening important and long-standing global business relationships, except for with
The ones
Caterpillar
that just list and Boeing
and
also that Fortune 500
Right.
investment company.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
you're talking about strengthening global business relations. I could see that if you were talking about union relations
Yeah, but
in Chicago. Union relations, I could see that. You say that competitiveness is your key strategy in driving growth and innovation and a strong business sector. But the only thing you're competing in is how fast you can kill other people in Chicago.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Like that's all Chicago's competing in.
Well, not all.
I'm sorry, but their pizza's not in the race.
Oh, well.
I've had it. It was okay. I'm not
It's not nothing
I'm
to
not
write home about.
into something that has 7 inches of sauce.
Yeah, it
It gets bogged down, man. That's too much sauce.
Yeah, I know they say that Chicago has good pizza. I did.
Well,
like
it's the deep dish, right? It's the Chicago deep dish where it basically is a pie
Yeah,
filled with sauce and topped with cheese.
It literally can be considered a pie.
It's an
pizza
actual pie.
I don't like it myself.
I'm not a fan.
You know.
I've had it.
Yeah.
And it tasted like a pizza, just a lot of sauce, and I'm not a fan.
I'm good.
So it's not in the race for me. Also, running a hot dog through the garden, not that great.
No. Chicago lost an average of 0.2% of its population each year between 2014 and 2019, according to Oxford Economics, as net migration fell to negative 0.7% between the first quarters of 2020 and 2021.
Net migration.
Right.
Meaning people moving in.
Right.
Fell to what?
Negative 0.7%. So almost a whole percent of people
leaving
left.
Got it.
Not showed up.
Left. Okay.
They're like, we're out. Like a fat kid in dodgeball.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was on the right page here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You're.
Yeah.
We're all doing. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
The city is not expected to regain job loss during COVID and the lockdown-induced recession until the first quarter, not next year, but 2024.
So never.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
It's not
I'm sorry.
gonna happen. That's yeah.
If the job loss is from COVID, and air quotes are there for COVID, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
Job losses for COVID
Right.
cannot be regained for 4 years
From the time of loss.
from the time of loss. No, you're done. I'm sorry. They're no longer. It's no longer considered a accessible to gain.
No. At this point, Chicago will be Detroit very soon. Very, very soon.
Yeah, I mean
Where
they're
it looks like
they're
a war
driving
zone.
straight there.
Yeah. And they're heading with reckless abandon. It's so bad. In an interview with Fox News Digital, Illinois construction business owner and gubernatorial candidate Gary Rabin described how crime made work in Chicago challenging. It's like, really? Yeah, you're surprised by that. Just throwing that out there. Quote, we would do thousands of jobs in a year in the city, but as we got robbed more, my people operating rollers and pavers, we got robbed. Our equipment would be stolen in broad daylight, and there would be usually a gun involved. And it got expensive, and it got dangerous.
Sorry, what does Gary Rabin do?
He's a construction business owner.
So he does all the construction.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. He added adding that security and insurance costs made the job twice as much as they should be. Rabin is not surprised to hear the news that the Citadel's leaving Chicago. Quote, if you want a great culture in your company, you have to have people that love being on the team, and they don't want to live in a violent area. They don't want to live in a place where their kids can't walk to school safely and their wives and kids can't go shopping in a beautiful environment like Michigan Avenue, which was once the safest place you could ever go shopping.
But never again.
Never again.
Nope. Never, ever again. Adam W. Johnson over there on Twitter says Lincoln has a local pizza place that dumps about one dump about a gallon of sugar into their sauce.
Ugh.
Same sauce is what they use that they use in the lasagna. It's okay. Okay, just okay
No.
on lasagna, but the pizza is meh.
Yeah.
But the locals talk about it like it's the greatest thing ever.
They swear it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
No, it's not.
I can't do that.
It's just, no. It's not. Are you reading that?
Grumpy. Sweatimus Prime over on Twitter. Nice. I just got back from the first call of the night that happened right as you guys went live. You guys better not jinx me tonight. Again, like the night you said the Q word.
Well, just so you know, it's not a jinx, but we're only live for another 15 minutes
Yeah.
tonight. Sorry, buddy. There's not enough stories to go around. You can go listen to the whole thing again, and I apologize.
I really want to be an ass.
No, don't.
I really do.
Stop.
Just for the sake of doing it.
Because you know what the word quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, bird is a word.
it is. It really is. Oh gosh.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors has taken action again to give itself power
Really?
to remove Sheriff Alex Villanova from office.
Really?
Yeah,
You remember that guy?
I do.
He was the guy that swore up and down. He's like, I'm not going to push nothing. I'm not going to make anybody do nothing. Not when it comes to this whole COVID and
Yep.
vaccine things. I will not make them do it. You can't make me make them do it.
Yep. So the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors has decided that they're going to give themselves power to cut him out.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know that either. The board voted 4-1 to approve a motion on Tuesday that calls for the acting county council to draft a proposal ballot measure for this November that would give the board the ability to remove the sheriff from office. So they can't do it by themselves. They have to ask the public
Yeah.
to give them the power. And I bet you anything it's going to be like reverse engineered so it doesn't say what it's supposed to say, so that a lot more people say yes to it.
It won't be to be able to remove them from office. It'll word it some other kind of way.
Yeah, give them the power over whatever, yada yada.
And I just want to make a prediction right now, and I might be wrong on this,
Okay.
but that one
yeah,
from the 4
Yeah.
or out of the 5,
yeah.
probably won't have a job next election cycle either.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, no.
Just throwing that out there.
Probably not. You're,
That sucker may be gone too.
yeah. Quote: We can't just sit back and watch the destruction of a wayward sheriff.
Clearly, you haven't watched Blazing Saddles, sir.
A black sheriff.
Such a good. The sheriff is a ding.
I love that movie. It's very good.
So good.
Very good. That comment came from Hilda Solis. This is the chair, the board chair and supervisor,
Right.
who co-wrote the motion. Said, "There you go." Who said that
That wasn't very loud. I just
for the
realized that
Washington Examiner, if the sheriff is not able to follow the law
too. What law?
and engages in misconduct, the board needs stronger mechanisms to check this harmful behavior.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say to that. I thought I did, but I'm literally
Nope, you're-
speechless
yep,
at this point.
It's done, right?
The brass ones on these people is incredible.
Yep. Because it's not a law.
No.
The things that this guy works up against, they aren't laws. They're mandates, which means they're demands.
And not for nothing, it's over now.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what you want to say. Like
It's done.
The American people have moved on from COVID.
Yeah.
They're done. It's
Yeah.
so long farewell, Avita saying goodbye.
Yes.
They're not.
I mean, there is technically another strand out there again.
Yeah, but there's another strand of everything out there. The point is
Every
that
month.
everybody's realized that the people that are going to get vaccinated and are running and are crazy worried about this stuff, they're going to do their thing, and the
Yeah.
people that aren't. And
That's it.
life has moved on. The scare, the fear of it, the bite of that fear is gone now.
Yes. But this is what people in LA want. They want people above them to just do as they will. You know? They want the LA County Board to just move and do their things and fire and hire whoever they want, even though technically a sheriff is elected.
Yeah, I know, which doesn't make sense.
The sheriff is an elected official, so
I'm still trying to figure
he's
out-
basically on the same level as them.
Yeah, which again, I don't understand how they can pull that off. Then, even if they got the power from the people, quote unquote, and the permission to be able to do that, the people are the ones that do the electing of it. So, how does that work?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
My simple brain is hurting.
Yeah, well, this might hurt you more.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
Top Biden administration officials suggested Wednesday the shocking new inflation report is evidence that the government needs to spend more money.
Okay, it hurt my brain just hearing it. And I've already read this.
Just so we're clear, there's no misconception. There was a Biden official
Yep.
said Wednesday that the crazy high inflation report is evidence the government needs to spend more money.
Which would increase inflation.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics released the updated Consumer Price Index on Wednesday, showing that 9.1% year-over-year inflation increase.
If you didn't hear that, that's
9.1.
9.1.
That's incredible. The sobering figure is worse than every expert prediction. Appearing on CNBC to spin the awful CPI report, National Economic Council Director Brian Deese called the report.
D's nuts.
No, he said he called it backward looking.
Sorry, what?
Backward looking.
What do you mean backward looking?
Backward looking, and claimed that it doesn't reflect what we've seen in the last 30 days.
You're right. It doesn't reflect what we've seen in the last 30 days. It reflects what we've seen prior to the last 30 days and before. That is what the report does.
Yeah, you don't suddenly make up almost, 9-10%. You don't. It doesn't happen that way.
You can't have a daily report.
I mean, you could.
You could, of inflation. You can't have the daily report of inflation numbers and then be like, oh, we were waiting on the report to come in. And this report, it's crazy. It's already 30 days old. Yeah, it is. It's 30 days old because they had to compile all the information that's been happening. And guess what? It's getting worse.
Stupids. In fact, what the report actually indicates is the need for more spending, according to Deese. Quote,
Nuts.
I want to underscore, if there's one thing to take away from this report, it's that there's a more urgency now more than ever in Congress moving to pass a bill to try and build more domestic semiconductors to try and bring down the price of these goods.
Sorry, what? No, one more time.
Quote,
Uh-huh.
I just want to underscore,
Uh-huh.
if there's one thing
Yeah.
to take away from this
Okay.
report,
I gotcha.
it's that there's an urgency now than ever in Congress moving to pass a bill to try and build more domestic semiconductors, to try and bring down the price of those goods.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What the fuck does semiconductors have to do with our economy?
I don't know. I mean, I'm now to be completely honest about the situation, I'm not an engineer. I'm not even an electrician. I mean, I can do the work, but don't ask me to explain it.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I can.
You know what I mean?
Same thing. But
So, like, I have no idea why
No,
specifically
semiconductors have nothing to do. They have
Yeah.
nothing to do with the economy.
I have no idea what
You
this
want
is
to
for.
you want Congress to spend a ton of money to bring down the cost of a piece of equipment that is going to help you potentially in converting electricity from other sources.
Yeah.
Potentially. By the way, we don't mine for those minerals anymore. So guess where we have to get them?
From overseas?
That's right. Which means we have to spend more money to get them from overseas.
Well, sounds
Oh, and we don't build them here in America.
not here.
No, we don't build semiconductors here in America.
Ooh. That's a shame.
So that means we have to pay a supplier that's overseas to then send it to a manufacturer that's overseas
To get it sent to us,
through a distributor,
so it means it'd be totally cheap, right?
super cheap.
Right. Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. Obama made an entire presidency out of selecting which laws to enforce and which laws to ignore. So why can't this guy, talking about the sheriff,
Oh, yeah, the sheriff's, yeah. I mean, yeah, if the president could do it, the sheriff can too.
except for, it's different
But the same.
because it's against what they don't want.
Right. That's why it's different. But
So
the
there you go.
Yeah.
In your face. So that just go to show you the crazy
Stupid.
spending and or the crazy inflation levels just means that the government, and only the government, by
Only
way,
the government.
needs to spend more money.
Right. They're the only place. Mm-hmm. Only
The
ones.
only ones. Nobody else needs to be spending more money.
The only ever ones.
Just the.
They're still the ones.
I hate you. So there you go.
Right.
So don't spend your money. Instead, give it to the government so they can spend your money.
Right. Let the government spend your money for you.
So maybe we can get out of this recession or
Right.
this inflation.
Right.
Because it's important. Do your civic duty.
Yeah. Let the government do your job.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We appreciate it
Right?
like a lot.
We do.
And don't forget to go to the website and all that fun jazz.
Yep. DOAshow.com. That's DOAEshow.com.
Yeah. All that fun jazz and stuff. Guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.